first of all, Merry Christmas to all of you guys. And first things first, আমরা আজকে 25th December সেলিব্রেট করব কি করে আমি জানি না, বাট ফার্স্ট অফ অল প্ল্যান হচ্ছে আমরা এখন চৌরঙ্গিতে আছি, তো সেন্ট পলস ক্যাথেড্রালের সামনে যে যাব, সো উইল বি রোমিং ইন দ্য সারাউন্ডিংস অফ দ্য সেন্ট পলস ক্যাথেড্রাল। আর অল্টারনেট কি প্ল্যানস আছে সেটা আস্তে আস্তে বলবো। তো ফার্স্ট অফ অল আগে গাড়ি থেকে নামিয়ে দেখি, আর জায়গাটা তো মানে খুবই লাইক প্রচণ্ড ভিড়, আর ভিড় তো হবেই ইনফ্যাক্ট, কারণ এটা উইন্টার ভ্যাকেশন চলছে আমাদের 25th থেকে 31st December পর্যন্ত। ইটস টোটালি প্যাকড ইন কলকাতা, সো রাইট নাও ইটস গোনা বি টু ডেঞ্জারাস ফর আস, সো লেটস সি, লেটস হোপ ফর দ্য বেস্ট।
Now here we have started walking down the streets beside the Villa Planetarium at around 12 p.m. and right now the crowd is like 60%. So right over there the Tata Steel building and Indira Gandhi statue, and we are walking towards the St. Pauls Cathedral Church. And right towards your left guys, you can see the line for the Birla Planetarium. That's the entrance for the Birla Planetarium right over there, and you can see the crowd. Slowly and gradually it's increasing. So guys, that's the entrance of the Birla Planetarium right over there. And right now we are just in front of the church, and this is the entrance of the St. Pauls Cathedral Church, and this is the crowd, this is the condition. So guys, let's start from the very beginning. Now we'll be covering top 5 places in Kolkata to visit during New Year and Christmas timings. Now first of all, the St. Paul's Cathedral Church. Now we'll be talking about the history of the St. Paul's Cathedral Church in details. Now guys, let's talk about the St. Paul's Cathedral Church and its history. Now first of all, it is the seat of the Diocese of Calcutta, and the cornerstone was laid in 1839. The building was completed in 1847, and it is said to be the largest church in Kolkata and the first Anglican cathedral in Asia. It was also the first new-built cathedral in the overseas territory of the British Empire. The edifice stands on Cathedral Road on the island of attractions, only to provide for more space for the growing population of the European community in Calcutta in the 1800s. Now let's talk about the design. The architectural design of the cathedral is Indo-Gothic, a Gothic architectural style designed to meet the climate of India. Following the 1897 earthquake and a subsequent massive earthquake of 1934, when Calcutta suffered substantial damage, the cathedral was reconstructed to a revised design. The cathedral complex has a library situated over the western porch and now let's talk about the interior. There's an episcopal throne on the southern plank of the altar and a reredos or decorative wall, which was dated to 1879. It has carvings of episodes related to the life of Saint Paul, the Annunciation, the adoration of the Magi, and the flight into Egypt, all the work of Sir Arthur Blomfield. The parish hall within the premises of the cathedral is the venue for holding social functions. The eastern wall in the cathedral has paintings of the life of Saint Paul, painted by the Blomfield in 1886. Also notable is the font, with its sculpture of Bishop Heber in a kneeling posture. The cathedral's organ with 41 stops made by Henry Willis and Sons of London is still in use. The cathedral complex also has a library situated over the western porch to dimensions of 61 by 22 feet with a height of 35 feet. It was built at the initiative of Bishop Wilson, who donated 8,000 of his books and manuscripts. And lastly, the location. The building stands on Cathedral Road on the island of attractions in Kolkata, along with the Victoria Memorial Hall, London, Ravindra Sadan, Theatre Complex and the Builder Plant area. And this is the Bishop's house, just beside St. Pauls Cathedral Church. So, the second place in Kolkata is the Missionaries of Charity, which is located just beside St. James Church. And it was built at around 1950 on October 7. Now the third one is the St. James Church in N Tally, Kolkata, which is one of Kolkata's most elegant churches, and it's built in 1862. So right now it's closed, and it's popularly known as the Jora Girja.
Well, so right now we are in the surrounding of BBD Bagh, or rather Binoy Badal Dinesh Bagh. So এবার আমাদের এখানে একটা চার্চ আছে, চার্চের নামটা বারবার মাথা থেকে বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে, সো ওখানে গিয়ে বলবো। তো ফার্স্ট অফ অল বলতে গেলে টোটালি এক্সস্টেড হয়ে যাচ্ছি।
Now the fourth one is the St. Andrew's Church. Now St. Andrew's Church, located in the Lal Bazaar district, also known as Kirk, is the only Scottish church in Calcutta and was only opened to the public on March 8, 1818. This is the St. Andrew's Church, which was built right on the site of the old courthouse. Now the fifth one is the St. John's Church. St. John's Church, originally a cathedral, was among the first public buildings erected by the East India Company after Kolkata became the effective capital of British India. It's located at the northwestern corner of Raj Bhavan and served as the Anglican Cathedral of Calcutta till 1847, when the see was transferred to St. Paul's Cathedral. Construction of the building, modelled on St. Martin in the Fields of London, started in 1784 with rupees 30,000 raised through a public lottery and was completed in 1787. The land the church stands on was gifted by Maharaja Nabo Kishan Bahadur of Soba Bazar. It is the third oldest church in the city, next to the Armenian Church of the Holy Nazareth and the Old Mission Church. The foundation stone was laid by Warren Hastings, the Governor General of India, on 6th of April 1784. Two marble plaques at the entrance mark the two historic events. Now let's talk about the compound. The St. John's Church was constructed on an old graveyard, so the compound houses a number of tombs and memorials, but only a few dates back to the date of construction of the church. The compound also serves as a parking lot for the nearby offices. So guys, we have covered the 5 places, or rather the 5 churches, but wait a second, the thing is not yet over. You need to cover up Park Street, since this is the famous spot in Kolkata. The Kolkata Christmas Festival is back, and here are all the reasons you cannot miss out on this extravaganza. This is the biggest Christmas tree in Kolkata, and it's literally the most lit thing in the city. The whole length of Park Street is checked out in fairy lights, puny bulbs, and Christmas themed lighting. After the sun sets, the lights come on and it's absolutely magical. The lights are already up, so go check them out. They come on about post 6 pm for an Insta-worthy view. Now you need to rock around the giant Christmas tree. If you head to Allen Park, then you can find a big Christmas tree decked out in baubles, lights, snowflakes and other decorations. Guys, it's jingles all the way. The festival is known for its music. Some of the most renowned Kolkatan performers hit the stage to belt out their Christmas tunes. Christmas means food, and if you want your share of Christmas goodies, there's no better place than the festival. The length of Park Street in Allen Park and lined with tens of food stalls serving baked goods, homemade treats, warming snacks, momos included, and more. There is a celebration going on inside St. Xavier's College. And there is this famous South Park Street Cemetery. And yes, if you are visiting Park Street, don't forget Omicron is still rising in this city. You need to sanitize yourselves, mask up and roam about. But please do avoid crowd. It's highly necessary. I hope you have liked the video. Thank you so much. And please do subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment and share it.